Hi everyone, it's Norman Koshnick here yet again for Eyes on Cricket. Just checking on something there. All right, we're live with yet another game. In fact, this is game 32. Game 32 between the Rajasthan Royals and the Punjab Kings. Not Punjab, Punjab. Correct? All right. Punjab Kings, which has incredible players in the team. With an hour and 18 minutes before the game actually starts. The Punjab Kings and Rajasthan Royals. So these two teams, quite frankly, haven't been playing that well. They're kind of still on the lower order of the top 8 of the 8 teams. Yeah, yesterday our predictions were horrible. We were completely bloody wrong yesterday. It was quite a shock, actually, how easily RCB were thrashed. Sumanth Shastri, hello, Pratyush, Roy, Sharer, Gayatri, we're all here. But the reality is that RCB was smashed by a KKR side that shot, and they cruised past the score. That young Iyer did very well as an opener, and the fact is that they certainly gave a lot of spanking of RCB, but that should not necessarily change the positioning of them, and they're still in the top 3 actually. They're running 3rd now. It looks like CSK and Delhi Capitals have skipped ahead a little bit, but that's okay. KKR have given themselves a chance. Now they've moved into, I think, 5th spot currently. But these two teams, Punjab Kings and Rajasthan Royals, are both the ones that are predictably going to have to play off. Quite an exciting match, with KL Rahul being the Punjab Kings captain, Arshdeep Singh, Chris Gale, Chris Jordan, Deepak Hooda, Harpreet Brar, Ishant Porel, Mandeep Singh. Then you've got Mayan Agarwal, of course, we all know Sharmi's there. They've got quite a few. Nicholas Puran, Ray Bishnoi. Riley Meredith is not there, as far as I'm aware. His name's listed, he's not playing. Nathan Ellis may get a Guernsey. Aiden Markram is actually in the side now as well. He's come into play. Adil Rashid is also a part of the squad. Moses Reeks is still there. Yeah, there's been some changes to the Punjab Kings for sure, but Gale's still there as well. Whereas Rajasthan Royals have, of course, Sanju Samson, Andrew Tyne, I'm not sure about. Ben Stokes is out. Miller's still out. Unakat Archer's out. Butler's out. They've included Tabriz Shamsi, O'Shane Thomas, Glenn Phillips, Evan Lewis, Cole Deep, the other for a different name, Akash Singh, Chris Morris, the bloke that can't even make the so-called South African squad, beyond me. Parag Tavatia. There's quite a few good players there as well. Dubé, Mustafa Rahman, Sakaraya. There's quite a few. And of course, the name that I haven't mentioned is Liam Livingston. He could make quite a substantial difference too to the Rajasthan Royals. But these two sides are going to struggle. If KKR keep up the form they've got, they'll be pushed up to 5th spot, and these two will be 6 and 7 respectively. But of course, Sunrisers Hyderabad stone motherless last. So that's the game on today. Punjab Kings and the Rajasthan Royals. Yesterday's match, of course, with KKR thrashing RCB, which is a bit disappointing, wasn't it? Very disappointing match. But yeah, there's a lot riding on this match 32 of 60 in total, which includes semi-finals and finals. It certainly is an important aspect. So yeah, look, the Punjab Kings, of course, it's Chris Gale's birthday today. In fact, I'm not sure how old Chris Gale is. Is he 42? What age is Chris Gale? I'm going to just have a quick look at his age. I think he's could well be 42. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Gale. Chris Gale. He's actually born the 21st of September 1979, so he is 42 years of age. Amazing. Thank you, Samantha Barama. They're both telling me that. I don't understand. Samantha Shastri doesn't understand why Ravi Bishnoi is not in the test team. Well, he's just not in the mix at this point. He has to prove himself over a longer time. He's still a good player. Barama Rani is saying he'll play till he's 54. Okay, well, that's good to hear. I'm not sure whether that's really going to be the case, but we'll certainly find out more as time goes on. But the standouts for Rajasthan Royals, Sanju Samson, I think in the very first game, he scored 100, didn't he? I think he scored 100 one of the very first matches of the initial part of the first leg of the series. Without Butler, Archer, Stokes, they're a bit of a mess, if you ask me. It's a bit disappointing. They're batting. There's a lot of holes in that side. Other than Liam Livingston could be a bit of a spark if he and Samson get going. But yeah, they're lacking Rajasthan Royals for sure. Punjab Kings, of course, Punjab Kings, as you want to call it. You know, Nathan Ellis got a hat trick. So what? His consistency won't be there yet. Jai Richardson and Riley Meredith, both awful, quite frankly. Adil Rashid, maybe because it's on the UAE pitches, will be very well suited for that. Yeah, he certainly is a monster. What about Rashid Khan? How old is he? Recently, he celebrated his birthday. Okay, I'm not sure. We don't actually. Does he know himself? Because he may not have a true birth certificate the way the joke goes with him. All right, so there's a lot to be. This game will be, I think, rather exciting. I was a bit disgusted with the RCB performance, to be honest with you. They were pretty awful. Only taking the one wicket and only scoring 92, was it? It was just an awful performance. A very substandard match. And RCB, thankfully, are in a position where they can afford to have a bad match like that, but they certainly are not. They can't rest on their laurels too much. Yeah, this is a long series, guys. We've gone through 29 matches in the first installment, which was very long. This is our third of the next installment, the second leg. So effectively, there are 60 matches in total. With the semi-finals, I think there's still another 24 or thereabouts to go in the pro season. Why don't Australia produce good T20 bowlers? Good question. I think there's such an emphasis on Test cricket these days, which is a good thing. Yeah. Technical guy, your voice has that solidity. You can be a good commentator on. Thank you, technical guys. I think that is what I was a professional speaker all my life. I spent 36 years working for government in public relations and did a lot of presentations. So, yes, thank you. I appreciate that comment. Let's go back to the sides. Punjab, correct? Not Punjab. I call it Punjab, but okay. Punjab. KL Rahul is a key player. Certainly, he's in form. Having come off the Test series, he's also in form leading into the World Cup. He'll be a pivotal player and captain. So, yeah. After New Zealand and England cancelled their tour, now time for Australia. What, to cancel their tour? I'm not sure what you're talking about. The reality is New Zealand cancelled because of concerns in Pakistan. There are concerns. It's very unfortunate. Yes, look, it's hard to work out what's going on, really. I don't think it was just simply those concerns. I think there was more to it than that. I think hopefully we'll see a lot more cricket in Pakistan. It's a great place to play cricket. Okay. Yeah, so Deepak Hooda is a player. Chris Gale is Chris Jordan. Whether he'll have a role. Nicholas Puran, if informed, Ravi Bishnoi. David Milan's not here. Jai Richardson's not here. Shahrukh Khan, I think, is. Riley Meredith's not here. Moses Leaks, I think, is. You know, Fabian Allen, I'm not sure what his story is. Fabian Allen, I think Fabian Allen was in. And then you got Adil Rashid, certainly is a pickup. Aidan Markham, I don't think he's good for this format. I think he's a long format batter. But yeah, Rajasthan Royals certainly will Liam Livingston. I'm just too much cricket going on. Please give the fans a break. It's burnout. Yeah, there is too much cricket going on. I do think they need to the IPL should not have one game each day. They should have a double header and then a break, double header, then break. I think they've got that wrong, having game after game after game. It is a bit monotonous, even from a commentary perspective. It is too. Patrish Roy, PCB, said they will not play in any other home ground except in Pakistan. Good on them. So they should say that. Today is going to see the first high-scoring game of the IPL season. Well, you would hope so, because the bowling lineups from both sides are pretty bloody ordinary, to be honest. So there's every reason why they should be able to do that, quite frankly. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I had some interesting chats with Alan Mullally today, and another fellow who is well known to a lot of people. He's interesting fellow, actually. He's our partner's joining very soon. The partner's about to join. Okay. We've got Alan Mullally, of course. We've got Kushan Sarkar was supposed to be here. Naresh Manaskani, I don't know where he is. The other fellow that I wanted to bring on was Darren Moore. There's another phone there. I'll look at my latest Facebook inclusions. I've got happy birthday wishes all over the place here. Let's have a look. I've got Darren Stevens, actually. Darren Stevens, who played for Kent, and I think he's 45. He's still at the top of his game. He's been fantastic for some time. It's been very impressive. Oh, so Naresh has turned up. Hello,
Norman, very good evening to you.
Are you here because you're a Punjab? Is it Punjab or Punjab?
It's Punjab, and I'm a Mumbai Indians fan right from inception of IPL.
I know. I'm just joking. Where have you been?
Yeah, just a little tied up with some small work.
As long as you weren't tied up, literally tied up.
No, not literally tied up. It's opening up a bit here in Pune, and getting a little back to normal. Let's see how long it stays that way.
In terms of the COVID situation you're talking about?
Yeah.
It's interesting because in Australia, we still have, for Australian standards, about 1,000 cases a day just in Sydney, half a dozen to a dozen deaths. But we're about, I think, 70 or 80% first jab, second jab. We should be there by about 13th of October. So we're getting there. Human's asking me, who am I supporting today? I mean, I like Chris Gale, so Punjab Kings is my go.
Yeah.
And but then again, they're bowling. Jai, Richardson, Meredith are not playing.
They're not there. Actually, Norman, if you see, these replacements may help both the teams, because they're getting a little bit of a variety in the replacement to start afresh. I think Punjab has, if they play
Adil
with Gale
Rashid.
and Pooran, Adil Rashid is there. I don't think Ellis will get a game, but they can even look at Makram to play. But then that will be a choice between the three batsmen, Pooran, Gale, and Makram. Makram is coming with loads of runs. He's done very well recently for South Africa.
So why is Makram who's out? What batter's out of the Punjab?
So Punjab, I'll just tell you the replacements. David Malan is out, Richardson and Meredith.
Yes. Yeah, so Darwin Malan is why Markram's here.
Markram comes in. And that's where the variety comes in, because Gale, Pooran, Malan, all three were left-handers, are left-handers rather. So if KL Rahul wants that little change, he can look at Makram, because he's coming with into the IPL with very good form, recent form,
Yeah, so Sandy's saying hello. And I saw Jamison, there was a photo with him with the massage therapist having a bit of a smile. That's funny. I think that's funny. That's very funny. Okay, but look, Rajasthan Royals do have Liam Livingstone. That will be a plus. He's a new inclusion, isn't he?
Livingstone was there. No, he was there in the first phase, but he left early. He was little reluctant to continue, so he was first to leave back. He opted out.
Right.
So he's back in the side. He was part of the initial squad. I'll tell you the Rajasthan Royal replacements. So Archer, Butler, Stokes, and Andrew Ty are out. And they've got Glenn Phillips, Tabraiz Shamsi, Evan Lewis, and Ocean Thomas. So that's the other benefit. Evan Lewis is coming with loads of runs. Just few days back, he was number 2 in CPL, 400 plus runs. So that is another option. I think Evan Lewis is definitely replacement for Butler. So he may just come at the top of the order to open along with Jaiswal.
And Shamsi's a worthwhile spin bowler, and we are talking.
Oh yeah,
about
he's
the
number
UAE.
1 today. In the T20 ICC ranking, he's number 1 bowler. Recently against Australia, was it Australia? No, against West Indies. West Indies at home, South Africa. He was the man of the series. So that is another variety Rajasthan gets in, because they have 3 left-arm seamers, which they played in one of the games in the initial stage. They played overseas from Bangladesh, Mustafizur Rahman, Unatkar, and Sakaria, all 3 left-handers. Here they have an option probably to replace Mustafizur with Shamsi as a spinner, left-arm spinner.
So the other point here is about there was a question here about the 2 other teams. We'll talk about that. I think we've been joined by the Aparna Saini with a slightly new hairstyle there.
Hi Aparna.
Hi Naresh, hi Norman. You always comment on my hair. Why don't you get your hat off your head? Because you haven't been to a barber?
Exactly.
The unavailability of the players and unavailability of barber is heavily ranked.
It's terrible here. So
I know.
Thanks for joining us, Aparna. So it's Rajasthan Royals versus Punjab Kings. It is Punjab, not Punjab.
Punjab, yeah.
Like it's not Nepal. It's Nepal.
It's fun, yeah. Fun.
Punjab, no Punjab. Okay, I'll get it right. Punjab. Oh my God!
Is it Nepal or Nepal?
What?
Is it how do you say Nepal or Nepal?
Nepal.
It's not Nepal. It's Nepal.
Depends where you're from. Jesus, come on. Okay, Nepal.
Hey, mate.
And Punjab. But how do you get Punjab out of P-U-N? Anyway,
same way you get a Nepal out of Nepal. There's no O.
Okay.
It's N-E-P-A-L.
You need to teach me. You both need to teach me how to pronounce, enunciate in Hindi. Okay, it's your job. All right. Okay. We just wanted to quickly add, Aparna, as well, that they're still talking about these 2 extra teams in the IPL, and I maintain that means 84 matches. We've got 60 as it is. 84 matches is enormous number of matches. 84 matches will mean it'll go into a 3-month period, not 2 months. How can the IPL fit 3 months? They can't afford that amount of time.
Oh, I think money is involved.
Yeah, true.
Norman, other thing, what has happened this year, which is very accidental and unfortunate, that due to COVID, we have a second phase. Can this become a norm with so many teams? You have 2 phases of IPL happening, so that you have those 84 days going over, 3 months going over 1.5 months, in, you can say, 2 seasons, one at the end of the Indian season, one at the beginning of the Indian season.
Yeah, you could say that, but you would hope not. You would hope not.
Yeah, but as you say, 84 matches going over close to 90 days is sometimes it's a bit of an overdose. Yeah.
True. Just go because you're here, Aparna. Australia smashed India in the women's game. Did you see that? up in Mackay.
Are you what?
Alyssa Healy got
surprised?
77. Rachel Haynes got 93.
Yeah, well, I mean, are you surprised that you said? I'm not surprised.
Well, I'm not surprised, no.
No,
And
but,
as you know, Alyssa Healy, who you've met.
Australian women team is always has performed, and that's why we have to promote Indian women team, because they do get a lot of more training and resources, which does show in the results. I mean,
Well, Mithali
if
Raj
the
got
same
61
resources
today.
you give to Indian team, there's so much talent.
I was interested because I looked at the women's game. Mithali Raj has scored 7,300 plus runs. She scored 61 today. The most any Australian players got is 4,800 or 900. Only Alyssa Healy and Rachel Haynes, both they're the standouts at the moment, just past 2,000. So they're quite low. And you know both. Aparna, you've met Alyssa Healy with me and Rachel Haynes, both of them. They played with Jana Tool at that Sydney Cricket Club, remember? Do you remember we met them?
Yeah, and North Sydney as well, Oval. Was it then? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. Anyway, but
if you,
I mean, Indian team women. I mean, there's so many good players. As I said, if you give the same resources, I think they would do better than what men cricket team is doing at the moment. I can bet you that.
I think you're right. They've got. I mean, Shafali is a great. Verma is a great player. She's done well. She got out pretty cheaply today. I thought Australia, they won easily, but India played a lot better. Mithali Raj, my gosh, 61. She's a champion. Really is.
Yeah,
really,
Norman, just to on that point which you mentioned, it's a very similar start to what happened on the English tour. The first ODI, I think it was around 240, and today India got around 225. I think that is where the concern is. Playing top class teams like England and Australia, you need 260, 270 to have a match out of it to defend, And Mithali Raj there also had a 50 plus, here also 61. But I think somewhere she needs to just little pace up the strike rate and get some more runs when she's spending a lot of time in the middle, which is very good. She's holding to that middle order. But yeah, again, the openers have struggled. Very identical to what happened in England today also. I think it was about 37 for 2 very early. Setback, Harmanpreet Kaur is injured. So I think that is what they need to look at, that if they're getting in to set a target against a quality side of Australia, 260, 270, bare minimum to make a match out of it.
Yeah, look, and don't forget Australia were 1 for 227 after 41 overs. So they would have gone probably close to 300 in the end. That was quite a sterling performance. They're pretty good. That's their 25th ODI victory in a row, breaking all records. Pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Pretty phenomenal. They're crazy good there. That's a good way of putting it. Crazy good. All right, back to today's game. Well, what's your team again, Aparna? You're on silent. What's your team again?
Delhi Capitals or either KKR. That's what I support. Who are you with? Punjab
I do
or
go
Punjab?
for KKR, although my commentary yesterday, I was bagging
No,
KKR,
generally, but I'm here today for not Punjab.
Okay. I mean, with Chris Gale having his 42nd birthday today, happy birthday, Chris Gale. If Kunal Sharma there from Spartan is watching, he'd be celebrating. So he is 42.
Oh, looks 18 or 16. So
he's very fit.
Reversing in age.
Fit.
No, all the happy, all the wishes from, of course, Australia, Sydney.
He's now called the Punjabi daddy. He's a Punjabi
birthday
daddy.
Luck might help it.
He's a great guy. That's the good thing about the Punjab Kings is they've got someone like Chris Gale there. He'll bring on the young guys and create the right mood. All right. In terms of who's going to win this match, oh my God, one of the umpires' names. How do you pronounce this? Ananth Padmanabhan. Oh my God, that's a name.
Ananth Padmanabhan, yeah.
Quite a name. It's quite a Very, very,
Yeah,
very impressive.
he's surely from the south of India, Chennai side. Yeah, Padmanabhan.
Yeah, amazing, man. All right, Aparna and Naresh, I want you to give me early discussions on, because we're going to find out the team makeup in about another 20 odd minutes. We'll work the teams, and the toss will come up in 24 minutes. But in the meantime, tell me more about why. Okay, look at the table for a moment. The table at the moment, you have CSK on 12 points. You have Delhi Capitals on 12 points. Because of RCB's loss yesterday, they stay on 10. Then you have Mumbai Indians are locked. In fact, with I think KKR are fifth.
No. Yeah.
Mumbai Indians is still fourth. So that's the expected top four. Well, look, it's very unlikely that CSK and Delhi Capitals will lose their positions. Both of those teams need only 2 more wins out of the remaining 6 matches to get through. So I would safely say CSK and Delhi Capitals are through. I would have said the same about RCB, but if they won yesterday, I would say the same. But they still have to win 3 matches out of some 6. It's certainly doable, very doable, but they're making it a bit hard for themselves unnecessarily. But it's the 4th spot that's the one that's in doubt. With Mumbai Indians losing, they lost as they did against CSK. That puts them, they still need to win 4 matches out of 6. Starting to get a bit difficult for them. Okay? And that's the issue. But obviously today's match, Punjab Kings and Rajasthan Royals, the winner of these 2 is going to be very important to them. They can then join, of course, KKR in that battle for the 4th spot. And we can forget about Sunrisers Hyderabad. They're out. They're way out. They've lost Bairstow as well. It's a bit of a mess going on there. All right. Tell me about these 2 teams. What's going to happen? Naresh, you start.
Okay. Norman, I think there was a comment from Suman Awasthi that Rajasthan Royals kind of has upgraded the team. And I'll agree that both these teams, because of the kind of changes they have gotten and where they are on the table, it may just help them in the second phase, because they kind of have got the replacements who can cover a few of the weaknesses which they had in the first leg. I agreed, Delhi and Chennai are up there, and that should be maintained. I feel 3 and 4 is also open now with Mumbai and Bangalore losing. And Bangalore now has the worst net run rate in this season. So that could be really bad for them. The way they lose really big, and that's not good for them, the net run rate. So this game becomes very important, because you saw how KKR won the game so convincingly that they moved up to places in the point table, and the net run rate from negative went on to become positive. So that is what these guys will be eyeing on, these 2 teams. They start 50-50 because this is the first game of second leg, and a lot of new faces coming in for them, who are coming with loads of form. They are in recent white ball, they all are coming with good form. So I feel this is going to be a very, very close game. Hope it's a close game in Dubai.
But you're not telling me who's going to win.
I'll go for Punjab because you have the likes of KL Rahul, Gale. I would prefer Makram ahead of Puran, but it'll be fine if they go either with them. KL Rahul and Gale are the 2 who can actually take the game away. Yes, you have Livingstone on the other side. Recently, you have Evan Lewis, but I still feel Punjab has a better edge than Rajasthan.
Okay. Aparna?
Well, I think, both sides have plenty of international replacements, forced due to non-availability of players. And some of these could actually work, as Naresh said, in favor, looking at the current form and caliber of these players. But I think, the Royals does have slightly better record in games against Punjab, leading 12 wins to their opponents. which is their last game, I think, was a final over thriller in Mumbai with the Kings winning by, I think, 4 runs. So they might have a slight more good record, but I think Punjab might win today, and I want them to win. Don't ask me for what reasons. You'll have to know my background.
Birthday gift to Chris Gayle.
Yeah, but actually, you know, Punjab's strong batting unit led by obviously KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal, and Chris Gayle, legendary player, and obviously it's his birthday, so he should have some birthday luck, which will give them the edge, you know, in the encounter. Makes them likely more of a team, because I think you know, Rajasthan Royals do have a better record, but I think it's not going to play any luck for them today. I think that was once upon a time sort of a thing for them, and Punjab Kings might actually take this match.
Norman, compare the top three. Norman, compare the top three. You know, KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal, Chris Gayle at the 3 for Punjab, and then you have, assuming Evan Lewis plays, because Butler is not there, so you have Lewis, Ojasvi Jaiswal, and Sanju Samson. So you have the captains who are the wicketkeeper batsmen in the top 3. So if you compare that, that is where Punjab gets the edge, because they may get a better start with the Mayank, KL, and Gayle at the top. You know, that's the key. The top 3 play a very important role in a shorter format. Yeah.
And Fabian Allen, he's playing, isn't he? He is.
He's there in the side. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Look, unless Liam Livingstone pulls out a miracle performance, Punjab Kings, I think, will win. Parna said it very well. I like what she said. The only issue is we're not in India. We're in UAE. So there's going to be definitely an uneven bounce. The ground, the pitch, the first 2 matches has had a real green tinge to it, but it hasn't been any more than a surface grass. The ball's bounced very tennis ball-like. It's been very uneven, very slow. It's not favouring batters, that's for sure. Although you should still bat first, in my opinion. It still should be bat first. Although RCB made a mess of it, didn't they? Made a mess of it. Kohli.
Last year, KL and Mayank. KL Rahul and Mayank were the best openers in the UAE last year, the entire season. KL Rahul was the orange cap holder. So from that perspective, Punjab will be, you know, kind of more confident going back to the UAE. Because KL Rahul got 600 plus runs in the entire season, and that's how they went into Australia. And we felt that you may see Mayank and KL open, but it was Rohit and KL opened. Shikhar Dhawan and KL open in Australia. I think Rohit Sharma joined later due to injury. So I think Punjab openers did very well last year. So.
Yeah, they've just had some poor bowlers like Richardson and Meredith did very poorly in the first 29 matches.
They had Cottrell last year in UAE. He had a very bad season. Yeah.
I wouldn't discount Moses Enrique. I think he's a good player too. I hope he gets a go. I'm a bit sad for him because he didn't play well in the West Indies or Bangladesh, and he's now a bit more on the outer. I don't think he was picked in the Australian squad. I'm not sure. I don't think he was, actually, the one that's just gone for the World Cup. So, yeah. It's not. He's a great bloke. He lives up the road as well from me. So I have to introduce you to him, Apana. Moses Enrique lives in Clovelly.
Sorry, what's that?
Moses Enrique, who's playing for Punjab Kings, who's an Australian middle order, upper order, all-rounder, lives in Clovelly, not very far away.
Oh. Well, I know he's Australian, but I did not know he lived in Kirribilli.
They live very close. It's also Lena Dutta's birthday today. A friend of mine in England, say hello to Lena. She was with me in the World Cup final. In fact, it's probably about 2 years since I think Apana and I met too. No, a bit more than that. Probably about 2.5 years.
Do I know her?
Yeah, I think it's like that. Yeah, we met in August 2 years ago. All right. Okay. So with 44 minutes before the game starts, do you think, are we settled on CSK, Delhi Capitals and RCB being the top 3?
No. Only Delhi and CSK.
But RCB only have to win 3 games.
Yeah, but what if they don't? Their net run rate is very poor. Others can also win and get to close to those points or equal points. So the net run rate would, be bad for RCB. So as of now, it's only CSK and Delhi.
Interesting. Because, so is that, I know it's
happened to
early
KKR.
stage, but CSK, Delhi Capitals, do you think we're also looking at 2 that will qualify for sure at this stage? Are they also 2 of the finalists? Are they one of those 2 teams the winners, is the question.
You're on mute, Aparna. You're on mute.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Speak up, Aparna.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, wasn't connecting. I think Delhi Capitals might as well win this time. I can see that happening.
I think so too.
Not just because I'm supporting them, but I mean, even before when they were playing in India, I think their game has come out, and of course, I want them to win so I can go around in Australia and tell people, the ones that had the headline, Rishabh Pant, pull the pants. He has won the IPL. How the reactions, even to this date, is just priceless. It's one thing I think I would like to hold before Australia and India have a match again, and India might not do that good. So take the opportunity. And IPL, a lot of people do follow IPL in Australia as well. Not surprising. So that would be nice to say.
But I agree with Behram. I agree with Behram. MI will make it a hat trick.
How the hell? Mumbai Indians is so far from the pace now. Come on. Now, I want to know where Harsh Gupta's he said this yesterday and the day before. He keeps saying that Aaron Finch will become captain of RCB. Is he even playing for RCB at the moment?
The first leg, he played the first leg.
But he's not playing now.
Did he? Oh, last year he played. Sorry, last year he played. I'm not sure about the first leg, but last year definitely he was there playing for RCB. So the news is even Lewis has been handed over the debut cap for Rajasthan Royals. So he'll be opening.
Yeah, I see that. By Kumar Sangakkara has given him the cap, hasn't
he? Yeah.
That's good. I think Evan Lewis has got a great reputation, hasn't he? He opens the batting for the West Indies team, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did very well in the CPL. I think 400 plus runs.
And he did pretty well against Australia as well, I can remember.
Yeah.
West Indies always come out with great players, don't they? They never fail. I love them. And look at the performance of Andre Russell yesterday.
Oh, brilliant. And Russell is kind of a cricketer. You need to keep him involved. What Ian Morgan did was got him early to bowl. Okay, they were chasing a small total. They had just 10 left when he was sent in at number 3. Keep Russell involved, and he'll give that breakthroughs and what you need out of him. So that's what he did yesterday. That Yorker to ABD was just too good.
Yeah, they've obviously posted about the cap giving of Evan Lewis, and look, there's a lot to be said about him. He's a very positive fellow as well. There's a lot of great vibes that I can see there about him. So I would say that right. I'm very impressed with these 2 teams because they should be down and out. They had a pretty ordinary first leg. It's almost given them an opportunity to get their act together in the second leg. And I think we need to be wary of that. The teams that perhaps didn't perform well in the first leg, it's like a lease of life for them, isn't it, really? Would you agree?
Yes, Norman, agree to that. And then we need to use the same for Hyderabad playing tomorrow. So at least they can spoil the party for someone else.
So, Sunrise. So, what is Warner going to play now because Bairstow's gone?
Yeah.
What's going to
Yeah,
happen there?
you should take him back as an opener, and you'll have to play Wriddhiman Saha probably as a wicketkeeper batsman at the top.
Okay, so you think that's what's going to happen? All right. I'm wanting him to play a bit more of a what's the word? Bit more remorse. I'd like him to seem a bit more, apologetic for what he's done before. So the option for January 2022, RCB has to go for overseas captain, bring KL Rahul from PBKS. That's a big move. Music Lab says PBKS, Punjab, and Gaikwad sweeping a six, still a half. Yeah, Gaikwad was fantastic.
Ooh, amazing. Very, very good batting, yeah.
Here's a question of you, Aparna. Did you see that photo?
No. I think I missed that one.
They captured Cole Jameson, what looked like flirting with one of the physiotherapists. And it was just,
but why do you have to see it?
Yeah, it wasn't really what I would call it was clever play of video, if you ask me.
Well, if Norman has posted on his community page, then you can't miss.
I'm going to post it right now, actually, if I can find it. Yeah, I'm posting it now.
There you go. Whoever has missed it now has to see. Norman's very good like that. I mean, he keeps all his audiences up to date. So, Norman, you missed that one. That's why I didn't see it.
I was not sure what to put as my caption for that one, but because Baramarani's found this, he's found some unique site that he sends me things from. It's very interesting. All right, so
among the 8 teams in the IPL, only Rajasthan Royals are the one who do not even have one representation in World Cup, upcoming T20 World Cup. So that's very exciting. Did you know that?
No. Tell me what. Say that again.
So among the 8 teams in IPL, Rajasthan Royals are the only side which do not have any representation in the Indian squad for the upcoming T20 World Cup.
That's very sad, isn't
it? I think it's
Sanju Samson missed out purely because of his inconsistency. His Sri Lanka tour was one opportunity for him, and Ishan Kishan got better of Sanju Samson.
Yeah. He's a good player, Samson, isn't he? He really is. He's underrated. Let's be honest. He is a very fine player. He scored a century, didn't he, earlier this T20 tournament? That's pretty damn impressive to score a century in T20 cricket. And whether it's quick or slow, it's still magnificent. So who is Aaron Finch playing for then? I'm not seeing him on any list.
He's not playing the second leg. Yeah,
he's been injured, don't forget, too. He's recovering from an operation. He had an operation.
Yeah, but I think when there was a mini auction before the season started, I don't think Aaron Finch was picked up by anyone. RCB had let him go. So
I'm saying Finch went unsold.
Yeah. So no one picked him up in that mini auction. Rather, RCB released. He was there last year in the UAE. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I've just posted that Lovebirds one with Jamison, and I've already got people making comments. Aparna. Now, I've got a fellow called Darren, who you may not have heard of him. He is quite famous in England. He's not played Test cricket, but he's still playing at the highest level at 45. Alan Mullally talked to me about him today. Darren Stevens. Now, Darren Stevens, Aparna, I want you to do some homework on Darren Stevens. Well, he's on my WhatsApp, and I want you to do a one-on-one interview with him and talk. I want you to do some homework on him and you're going to do a one-on-one
Is
interview.
it a matchmaking?
No. No. It's he's a
the way you put it out there, Norman, I'm just pulling your leg.
No. He plays for Kent, which is where our friend, of course, Chris Vernon is from. His area.
All right.
And Darren Stevens has played for Kent for, my God, 20-odd years and leads all sorts of averages with bat and ball. He's an amazing all-rounder, plays short form brilliantly, long form really well, but never cracked the England side. But he's incredible. He's about to go to the USA at some stage in the near future to play there as well. So I'd like you to interview him, and I'll arrange it.
Sure.
And it'll be for England, Steve Warlock, because he's revered in England. To be honest, Darren Stevens, his record's amazing, and he's a friend of Alan and Alex. So we'll organise that very shortly, so you can do a one-on-one interview with him. Okay?
Would love to. Be a pleasure, Norman.
Well, okay. Look him up on your social media. Darren Stevens is Darren DARREN STEVENS. He's
I'll have to look later because I'm using my phone.
Okay. Well, yeah, so he scored runs even at the age of 45. So he's 3 years older than Chris Gale, but he's still smashing it, like really breaking all records. He's quite incredible. So
age is just a number, Norman.
I know that. So that's an interview for you to take on Darren Stevens and go into a bit of depth about his career and where he's at and everything. So, all right. So we must be getting close to time now. We're about 3 minutes from the time they're going to be telling us. So today sees these two sides desperately needing a victory to keep their playoff hopes alive. Both PBKS and RR are on 6 points, but crucially for KL Rahul's men, they played one more game than Rajasthan Royals. That's important. So Punjab Kings need to win this match, probably more than Rajasthan Royals, actually.
I think it's all about the numbers. And today's captain, which is KL Rahul, I hope so. And Sanju Samson, they're arguably the best batsmen. And they've been in fine form. Even we saw in the first half of the season. It's all about runs. They both, I think, the 331 or something like 277. Very close numbers. It would be definitely a close, very nail-biting moment sort of a match. And I hope so, because otherwise it's no fun. But I can see everywhere on social media that everyone has been saying that Rajasthan Royal has more chances of winning. So what's your call on that, Norman? Do you think, is it like...
It's hard. It's actually hard. I'm still leaning on Punjab Kings to win. The Rajasthan Royals seem a bit more buoyant with their inclusions. The reality is the last time they played, they had a last ball thriller. So there's every chance this could go down to the wire as well. So that's interesting. By the way,
what do you think, Naresh?
Yeah, I also go with Punjab, though, as I mentioned, both the teams have actually got good replacements to get in some variety. And I think Punjab also is making 3 changes or 3 debutants coming in: Ishan Pural, Makram, and Adil Rashid. So if Makram comes in, we'll have to see whether Gale or Puran, who are they going with? Is Gale not playing today? That we'll have to wait and watch. But yeah, I go with Punjab purely because of last year's performance of KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal as openers.
The reality is, and I said it very often, this match is significant for Punjab Kings, and they really need to get their act together. And it's Chris Gale's birthday, for God's sake. Chris Gale will be playing, don't worry. He'll want to be on stage.
He should be playing, irrespective of his birthday. He should be playing. But yeah, Puran is also looking good. He's a youngster. There's lots at stake in the World Cup. We'll have to see if Gale makes it to the playing 11 throughout the World Cup. So they'll have those things also in the mind, at least between Puran and Gale.
Yeah, it's interesting because, okay, if Punjab Kings win today, they go to 8 points. So they will tie with Mumbai Indians for 4th. and their net run rate will probably be, well, it's still pretty bad actually. KKR's is pretty good, isn't it? They must be about to select. They must. What's the story? Have they selected have they had the toss yet?
Yeah, toss is on now. Okay, so Punjab won the toss and chose to bowl.
So Punjab, that was Rahul tossed, correct? So Punjab Kings have won the toss and elected to bowl.
Yeah.
Interesting selection. What do you think of that?
They're playing in Dubai. I think I'm not sure whether the first game influence is there, though Chennai batted first, were in trouble, but they came back. Is that an influence that KL feels that it is better to chase? They're playing in Dubai, where the first game happened day before.
Yeah, all three games have been on the same pitch, haven't they?
No, yesterday was Abu Dhabi.
Okay, my apologies. Okay, so Punjab Kings have won the toss and elected to bowl, correct?
Yeah.
So that means the Rajasthan Royals will go into bat, and it'll be interesting to see what happens there. They must be pretty close to announcing the teams now.
I think they're Punjab Kings have, opted to field maybe because they're confident with the batting order. I mean, they had middle order issues in the first season, but now I think they, with the new changes, I haven't seen who they have actually, has selected in the team. But I think Chris Gayle has not been very fine with his form, which we did saw. So not sure that he would be playing, but any which way, Punjab Kings, I think, have elected to bat because of the fact that they've got KL Rahul, which is in fine form. Also, they've got Mayank Agarwal, and they, top number 3. I think there's a new, just got confused with the name. What was it? This for number 3. Then hang on.
So yeah, well, we've better correct a few things here. Baran Rani said Rajasthan Royals is his selection. Okay.
Yeah.
But
What?
Harsh Gupta got it a little bit wrong. No, Gal has not reached Pakistan. Baran was correct.
Why would he reach Pakistan?
So Norman, KL Rahul has announced his 4 overseas, and Gayle is not playing today.
Yeah, I thought he
Wow.
might not be.
Yeah.
But he hasn't reached Pakistan. That's for sure.
Well, I'm disappointed because I want to see Chris Gayle play.
Just because it's his birthday, Norman.
Well, it makes so what, he's going to have his cake and he can't play at the same time? What is it? So who are the 4 players, Naresh?
Makram, Puran, Fabian Allen, and Adil Rashid.
Right.
So KL Rahul, obviously Mayank Agarwal, and instead of Chris Gayle, they've taken Makram.
Yeah.
For number 3, Puran, and who's on?
I think they'll have.
Well, I mean,
they have Shah Rukh Khan, right? This team has Shah Rukh Khan.
And Adil Rashid, Deepak Huda.
Deepak Huda,
Yep.
yeah. Deepak Huda, Shah Rukh Khan, yeah. Chris Jordan. No, sorry, Jordan is not there in this side. Sorry, 4. Okay. Rajasthan Royals.
Have they got Mohammad Shami?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so KL Rahul said this is a no-brainer, fresh wicket. Don't know how it will play. I personally prefer chasing. It's good to be back in Dubai. We've had a lot of learnings from playing here last time. Lots of our guys play international cricket, but we are all professionals and have done our best to prepare. Puram, Markram, Adil Rashid, Fabian Allen are the 3. Markram will bat 3. Unfortunately, Chris Gayle misses out. Now, I don't know. Well, I'm just a bit confused. Why are they saying he misses out? He played well in the previous part. I'm disappointed.
During the, I think he has not been in that fine form. So it's a decent way of saying it,
It
probably.
looks like, the way he has put it, that he misses out. This means Puran was assured, and they had a choice between Markram and Gale, and Markram, his recent form has been much better. So that's how I look at it. It's not a choice between Puran and Gale, it's a choice between Markram and Gale.
Okay, so the team is Rahul, Agarwal are going to open. Aiden Markram will be first drop, followed by Puran, Deepak Huda, Fabian Allen, Adil Rashid, Ishan Perel, Harpreet Brar, Arshdeep Singh, and Mohammed Shami. That's a pretty good start.
Good, lot of bowlers, lot of variety.
Yeah, that looks a good side to me. Would you agree?
Yeah, they've covered all sides, especially the bowling. They covered that very well.
But do you think it's based on there's an edge here? I would argue there's an edge here. What I mean by that is that there needs to be, they need the win more than Rajasthan Royals do, quite frankly. They both need to win, but Punjab need that win that little bit more. I think that's what we're gathering from this. Oh, I'm disappointed. Chris Gale's not playing. It's his birthday. We'll have to see whether he's on the sideline with a bit of cake.
I think they might have made the decision because of his performance. He struggled a bit in CPL. Could be that.
Yeah.
He might be making his way, South Africa, not Pakistan though. But happy birthday to Chris Gale. We still love you, and great player. So Norman, it's okay.
It's not okay. You don't know how much a partner. Next time when he comes to Australia next, or with Camille knows him very well as well. Kamal Khan, who you know.
Yeah, well, he knows Yuvraj Singh, Harbhajan Singh. He knows most of the Punjab, and that's why he would know, because Punjab King, Chris Gale makes sense.
I think Chris Gale's putting out a video today about being the Punjabi King or something, or some title he's giving himself.
Haven't you heard that song, Singh is King?
Yes.
I'm also saying.
Me?
No, me. So Singh is King. That's why I'm supporting Punjab Kings anytime. But because I'm from Delhi, and another reason is pants.
Now look at the Rajasthan Royals side there for a minute. Naresh, have you seen that side? They've got Yashavi Jaswal. Don't know much about him, to be honest. Evan Lewis, I know that. Samsung and Livingston. Got some pretty powerful players early on as well. But then their bowling lineup to me is pretty, even though Chris Morris is there, he can't even make the South African side, for God's sake. I don't know what's going on there.
That's so surprising. Most expensive player in IPL history is not playing for his national team. So surprising.
The same with Tahir, and the same with also the ex-captain. What was his name again?
Faf du Plessis. Yeah.
Faf du Plessis. South Africa are going to be thrashed in the World Cup. They haven't got their best side there. No way.
Yeah.
So can you tell me about his opening batter, this Yashavi Jaswal? Can you tell me much about him?
Yeah. He's a left-hander opener. He's played a couple of IPLs now. Young boy, under 19. He's come through the ranks, and he's part of local Mumbai team, domestic. So he's good. He's quite good. We'll have to see how he goes as a left-hander opener. Now he has a new partner in Evan Lewis. But yeah, I'm a little surprised. They have taken the 4 overseas as Lewis, Livingstone, Morris, and Mustafizur Rahman. They've kept Shamsi out. He's also in top form, number 1 on the ICC ranking. They've kept Shamsi out, so a bit surprised.
Yeah, it's a rather. The Rajasthan Royals have got a very good man there in Sangakkara. He's effectively their coach, correct? He is their coach. So, but he doesn't seem to be doing too well with his selections. If this is, I think Rajasthan Royals have got very little hope of winning this match. After yesterday, when I said RCP were going to thump KKR, I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Again, Naresh, you're saying PBKS?
Yeah.
And Aparna's saying PBKS, and so am I. I hate this PBKS. Why don't I say PK?
Yeah, they should just say PK.
PK has many meanings.
Does it?
PK in Indian Hindi means you're drunk or something like PK. So you can't do that. You might like the idea, but not very sophisticated version of Punjab King. So might as well leave it to PKN.
So you got, okay. Baram Irani says that he shows the quality of the South African team is way above others. Baram, what planet are you on? Since when is South Africa way? So since when are you saying that? That's not true. All right. Imagine not playing Shamsi. That's a bit of a shock because he is excellent in these conditions. Maybe they're just not. Sometimes it's not good to throw new players straight into the team, but they've done it with Markham. So I don't know what's going on there. It's a bit of a strange.
No, so if you see the bowling, Norman Mustafizur Rahman and Chetan Sakaria both bowl left arm. Karthik Tyagi is a right arm fast, and you have Chris Morris also medium pace. So you have 4 seamers, and then you have Tivatia, and you don't have a spinner. You may have Livingstone bowl a bit. Yeah, so Shamsi should have been in place of Mustafizur from the variety perspective, So that is what,
number 1 T20 spinner. I mean, I don't know why he left him. Yeah, that's very surprising. I mean,
yesterday RCB got an opportunity, got Hasaranga as a replacement, and immediately put him out in the playing 11. Yes, they didn't win the game, or there was not much for him to perform, but at least the mindset was there that you're getting in that variety, you're getting in someone who's in top form.
I agree.
There's a lot of discussion there about people are saying that Rajasthan Royals, they're hoping that they win now because how dare Punjab drop Gale on his birthday. That's funny.
So he can go halfway and continue his party in Dubai.
Don't worry, he'll have plenty of celebrations.
But that's why he's not playing, because he needs to have a day off and enjoy, probably. So you can take it in 2 different ways, I guess.
Trust me, he probably partied last night. He probably partied last night. And
maybe that's why he's given a day off. I mean, he's probably still tired, and you know what? Go enjoy. It's your day.
He hasn't woken up yet. He probably hasn't woken up yet. But Kunal Sharma, I saw Kunal Sharma's in Dubai, so the Spartan man, so they'll be there partying, I'm sure. Oh my God. So Lewis, Livingston, Sampson, that'll be interesting to see how those 3 go. So the Rajasthan Royals are batting first. So they're playing 11, of course, does centre on Sampson. Certainly, he's a major importance. Ishan Parel, what can you tell me about him, Naresh?
Fast bowler, I think he was part of the Sri Lanka squad as reserves. He's done well domestic. Good fast bowler, right arm. I haven't seen him, recent when the domestic season started, but he plays, I think, for Bengal. He comes from that part of the country, Bengal.
And of course, Adil Rashid is a great bowler.
England, yeah.
For England, of course. But he doesn't play Test cricket, and that's a disappointment. I think they're missing out on not having him play Test cricket, to be honest. Anyway.
Yeah, last India tour to England 2018, he was there as a spinner, but then this tour he wasn't part of the English squad. He's playing a lot of white ball. I think Dubai should suit him. UAE should suit Adil Rashid's style of bowling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, part of your job, Darren Stevens, look him up. You can interview him, and that's a big deal for the English audience in particular. We'll have to get him on. Maybe you can interview him and Alan Morale together.
Oh wow, that would be classic.
Actually, I'd like to see you, Aparna, interview Alan Mullally, just you two, and just I want to see what happens.
What do you mean? What is this going
Nothing
on?
negative. It's nothing negative. It's
Is it like a
matchmaking
matchmaking one? When Norman has come up with weird ideas like IPL, he wants to put his weird ideas on me. That's why I think I've been avoiding your show.
It's got, why is it weird? It's interesting.
No, the way you put it out there, that's weird.
No, that's not well.
You're funny.
You got it all wrong. You got it all wrong.
No, I'm just pulling your leg like the way.
I know.
It's just classic Norman.
Actually,
And the way he
Agarwal,
says things is classic. Just
Shubman Gill,
simply classic. That should be a tagline, Norman.
Shubman Gill yesterday played well. Okay.
Yeah.
He had to prove himself after not being in the whole Test series. Agarwal tonight, he also missed the entire Test series, so he needs to also be given a chance to show his wares. And I think that those two guys must feel very, very frustrated. Very, very, very frustrating for those two men who are both selected ahead of KL Rahul for the Test series, and yet both of them miss out completely from ball one. Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, they would be. I mean, it was a good break for Gill to recover from injury and a very good inning. And, when you have that small total, you can play freely. And, the plan was to chase fast so that the net run rate improves. And that's, yesterday, if you see right from beginning till the end, it was all about KKR. Everything that they wanted to do went their way. Chasing it in 10 overs, it was run rate of 9+. It was good. It was good to, and the youngster, the new guy, Venkatesh Iyer, he looked very good too.
Is he really new? That name rings a bell. Hasn't he played before?
No. Are you mixing up with Shreyas Iyer?
Maybe I am.
Venkatesh Iyer, yeah.
But I saw Venkatesh Iyer was talking to Kohli.
Virat Kohli. Yeah.
That was brilliant. Geez, I hope you've apart. We haven't spoken to you about the fact that Kohli has relinquished the captaincy, as we talked about, for the T20 post World Cup. Also the RCB captaincy as well, post this IPL.
Yeah.
Leads in the Test cricket and ODIs being captain at this point, and he'll still try to play all formats as a batter. What do you think about that, Aparna?
Well, it's a hard one.
You didn't think it was going to happen, did you? You didn't think it was going to happen.
No, but I think he's done his time as a captain, and probably he's done with the captaincy idea because he has, some players are able to take that pressure and also maintain their game, whereas he might be feeling a bit, it's ruining or affecting his game somehow or state of mind. So could be that, but I didn't really see that coming, to be quite honest. I mean, T20 was shocking enough because it came out bit of a surprise. As much as I could see this coming at some point of time, as I said, the writing was on the wall to an extent. So I'm not quite sure how to even take this in, and it's nothing to do with.
His career's not over. His career's not over.
No, I know, but the captaincy and all, the way he has been making announcements about, as you said, before that and then this, there's some sort of, I think, internal management issues or what I think could be that, because, but I'm very happy about the fact that Anil Kumble would be back as a coach.
He's only in contention. I think he's being spoken. There's no assurance yet that he would take it.
I think there's more likely chance that he would be, because I think the same time as Virat Kohli was came in captaincy, Ravi Shastri came in on that position of being coach. So I think there's some people like to work with each other. I don't know how it is, but I think there's definitely some sort of management issues, or which is common, right? It is in every country, everywhere. Could be that, but there's nothing to do with on the funny note people been saying about Anushka Sharma's and his first kid and all that sort of. Nah, that's nothing to do. I mean, when you're representing a country, obviously those sort of things, personal issues, wouldn't be a reason. Not even any political issues in the management. It could be because of his game. That's what I think he wants to focus and improve his game. Might be weighing him heavy in terms of his, aggressive game that he's famous and known for to be Virat Kohli.
Okay. All right, just quickly, people. Ayan Malik Chowdhury keeps telling me to talk about Aiden Markram. Aiden Markram is a very sound test player. I'm not a huge fan of his in the short format. I'm sorry, even though I'm not the bigger fan. I don't know why.
Norman, he's done well recently. He's changed his style to suit white ball. He has scored big in 50 overs and T20 recently, and that's what's needed. You're coming into this tournament with form behind you, and you have to go into the World Cup with form. So yeah, he's. I agree. He started off Test cricket. He's played long innings in Test, but I think he has done well to change his game, and he has really got some good scores in the white ball format.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll just wait and see. Let's see how he goes. So they've rushed him back into this format here with the T20. I just wonder how they go about. Do each team or each squad have a bunch of players that they're on the horizon as so-called replacements, depending on last-minute changes? Because Aiden Markram, it was a last-minute change.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Dawood Malan would have been here. Okay, for sure. So I don't know how they go back. Do they, like, even the fact that Nathan Ellis is now in the squad. He played 1 or 2 games, and all of a sudden, bang, he's in the squad. I find that a bit. I have to use the word desperate, because he's not proven himself yet at all. Really, he hasn't. And I don't know how much money he's getting paid. What would he get paid, do you think, Naresh, to come in like that?
I really wouldn't know. It would be the base value. It would be the base value, but at least he's getting that exposure to play in such a huge
base
league.
is still what, 30,000 or something, isn't it?
20 lakhs, I think. Base, you start with 20 lakhs Indian rupees. So,
which is not bad. I mean, for someone.
How much is 20 lakhs per partner in Australian dollars?
It would be $46,000.
That's unbelievable money. Come on, that's brilliant for a young man who's he wouldn't even be getting. That's a huge pay. That's huge for him, even though it's base.
And it's more about the exposure. Huge. I mean, that's priceless. Once you get the exposure and you have a kickstart to your career, and he might perform well, and that's where you take off.
So 44,000, say Australian dollars. What we're saying, 20 lakhs. He also would get,
that's a base price. You start with that, yeah.
And he gets some. Yeah. So Baramarani is saying it's 39,000. So 40,000. That's
what's
still
the
very
Australian currency doing now? I've just done on a rough.
But that's the base rate. He would also get probably some product endorsements. His social media platform would go up. It would be a huge moment for him, no doubt. So the game's about to start in about 5 minutes. All right.
Yeah.
A partner's talking, we can't hear you.
Mute, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think more 44,000 would be coming for him if you get that one chance, and I think he's got that. So he wouldn't be worried about the money. He would be definitely worried about, putting his game fun out there and proving himself. You don't get those sort of chances too often.
No, it's brilliant. It's absolutely sensational. Just quickly, Jason Beredoff is playing for people. I don't know whether he's not written down. I think isn't Jason Beredoff playing for CSK? He's playing for CSK.
Hazelwood
Anyway.
was there. He played the game, yeah.
So how much is 1 crore compared to 20 lakhs? 1 crore is how many lakhs?
100, 5 times.
So 1 crore is 10 million for you, Norman. 10 mil.
Wow. So that's pretty damn good, isn't it? Excellent. All right.
So one lakh is 100,000. 1 million is 10 lakh. 10 million is 1 crore.
That's pretty amazing. So 1 crore is $250 US. Now it's more than that.
More than that, yeah.
More than that.
Yeah, but that's the number, you're doing. That what's 1 crore, because you don't use crore in Australia. So I think Norman must be confused about the fact. What's crore?
Crore, not crore. Crore. All right.
You just stick to Punjab, okay?
I'm sorry. Oh God, Norman growing his beard again. When I become
I'm gonna go.
I'm not growing because I have no choice, because there's no damn place open. My hair, as long as I've got it I'm going to get it shaven, guys. Just don't worry. Stop concentrating on my hair. Yeah, but by the way, the South Sydney Rabbitohs are playing the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles this weekend on Friday. And if they win that match, they go to the grand final. And I will do an episode just on my rugby league team if they make the grand final. That's huge. Huge.
Did you see what happened with Bulldogs?
Who?
In that last match, not last, but their last match, when they got out of the and they were the best game, I think. Oh, I'm a Bulldog fan. I just wanted to bring that in from nowhere.
You can be Bulldogs. They won the last game. They beat.
No. I was just trying to interrupt you because you said Sydney Rabbitohs. I was like, oh, by the way, you know what happened with Bulldogs? So I just wanted to bring that in.
The Bulldogs won their last game, yeah, but they were still last.
Huh. Well, you're as good as your last game. So.
Okay, 1 crore is 200,000 Australian dollars. That's a lot of money. Okay, that's how much Aidan Mark. $200,000 to play. Oh my God, that's a lot of money to come and play cricket for a month. Pretty good. Seriously.
Yeah.
But then you know how much Morris has got, right?
He got 20 crore. How many crores?
I think about 16 or 17 crores.
So he got paid, oh my God, 3-point-something million.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done anything really to prove it. He can't even make his national side. He doesn't care if he doesn't play the World Cup. He's making $3 million playing there. Why didn't Pat Cummins play? Pat Cummins is on the same sort of money.
Yeah, he hasn't come for the second leg. He's opted out. That's why Team Saudi came in.
Yeah, and of course, you see at the moment Australia versus India in the women's cricket, and Mitchell Stark sitting in the back like one of the water boys for his wife.
Right, yeah.
It's crazy.
And she was talking about, getting IPL started in Australia for, IPL sort of format starting for women as well. So that doesn't make sense. I mean, the way Norman put it out there was quite funny, but I would agree with you.
Yeah,
you should go and play.
But Alyssa Healy got 77 today. She did well. Yeah, that's probably the correct comment. Pat Cummins got bubble fatigue, or more importantly, his wife. I think she's pregnant. I think she's heavily pregnant. So I think there's something going on there. All right, the game is about to start.
Yes, in 22 seconds. So.
22 seconds. And we can all watch it on Fox still here in Australia. Oops. What's happened here?
All right. Well, Foxtel. Norman just had to put it out there because Foxtel is like getting Tata Sky in India with HD.
I'm also sponsored by Cadbury's favourite chocolates too. I should be. So, a partner, Darren Stevens, I've sent you his name. Do some homework. You're going to interview him. And I'd like you to interview Alan Mullally on your program.
Yeah, sure. No, it would be a pleasure. We'll talk off the show and arrange something. Definitely looking forward to it. Thanks.
All right, so we'll let you guys go. Thank you, Naresh.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Apana. It's been
Norman.
wonderful having you on. Tomorrow's a big one because Delhi Capitals is playing.
Delhi and
Now,
Hyderabad.
Yeah. Are you a part of, because are you with the Delhi Capitals fan group? You're not, are you? No, you're not.
Who?
Naresh, what fan group are you with? You're with the
Mumbai.
Bharat Army.
Mumbai.
What fan group? I'm
Mumbai,
with
of
Delhi.
course.
Mumbai Indians. Yeah, I'm with
Well,
Mumbai
Apana,
Indians.
come with me tomorrow. I'm on the
Yeah.
Delhi Capitals platform. We can talk tomorrow. But tomorrow, Delhi Capitals is playing. I want you all there if you've got the time. That's a bit of fun, all right?
For
Yeah,
sure,
number
we will
one against number
definitely.
8. You know, so top.
Yeah, oh my God, they better thrash them.
I
Sorry, not
hope.
number 1 now. They become number 2 because of CSK, but still they are the
Yeah.
top team. Yeah, yeah.
So if they win tomorrow, which they will, they've only got one more game to win and they're through.
Yeah.
Are you jealous?
But
No.
you know, the format is so unique. You need to keep the top 2 spots so that, you know, you get one extra option in the playoff, one more chance in the playoff, rather. Yeah.
True.
The
It's
huge
more than just
advantage.
making the top 4. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys, for both of
Hey,
you.
Norman. Bye, Aparna. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
Ciao.
you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Ciao,
Naresh.
ciao.
Thank you,
We'll
Norman.
talk offline, apart. We'll talk offline, okay?
Sure.
I'm going to stay on for a bit longer. You
Okay.
can stay if you
Chief,
want. You want to stay on? No.
I'll let you interact
Okay.
with your audience.
All
We'll
right,
talk after the show.
Do
See ya.
message me. Do message me, okay?
I will.
Okay.
Cheers.
Ciao. All right, guys. So don't care about women's IPL. They care about only money. That's why they were willing to cancel 50. No, let's not bag that. BCCI. It's just England women, by the way, are 7 for 97 against New Zealand in third ODI. That's a bit of a disappointment. But Australia won handsomely against India. So let's go to the game, guys. Let's see whether we can get this game up now. Why does it keep doing that?
Only left-hander. Otherwise, it's Chris Morris, possibly Rian Parag could be batting at that time.
So then we have the Rajasthan Royals with the Jaswal is facing Sharmin. Pink outfits. I should have worn my pink shirt today, shouldn't I? But I'm more of a Punjab Kings fan. Jaswal's just had a powerful 4 over the top. Looks pretty exciting young player, actually. And Evan Lewis is on good. So Rajasthan Royals are going to have to do their best here, but you'd have to think that Punjab Kings should win this. But anyway, that's what my thoughts are. It'd be a bit disappointing if they don't win. Again, the ground looks in fantastic nick. It does, doesn't it? It looks fantastic nick. Oh, another great shot. Looks very powerful as a young guy. All right, guys. We might leave it at that. Unless you've got some other questions you want to ask me, we'll leave it at that, guys. We'll see each other again post-match. Or maybe not post-match, pre-match. So don't forget, the game yesterday was amazing. The fact that the way that RCB fell quite poorly for 92 odd runs against a KKR side that was not expected to win. In this game, we're not expecting Rajasthan Royals to win, but they've certainly started off pretty well at the moment. I'll give you that much. England and Australia sports women's cricket. So does New Zealand, so do a lot of other countries. It's not just those countries at all. Are you still there, Hush? It's going to be interesting to see what happens in this match, whether in fact we see any more activity here. And Perel, who looks pretty good pace. Carol has the gloves, of course. All right, guys, we're going to see each other after the show. And we're going to talk more about the way in which this game will be important for the lower positions in the comp. Obviously, with CSK and Delhi Capitals being well and truly on top, and also the likes of Mumbai Indians pressing, but RCB not doing well. A lot of interesting changes about that with the third and fourth positions, I think. But it looks like Delhi Capitals and CSK will go through. All right, guys, if you like and share the post, keep watching it when you get a chance. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. We'll see each other tomorrow. All the best. We need new teams in the IPL, Harsh Couture. It's a matter of whether they can play 84 games as opposed to 60, which is a huge jump in numbers. Huge jump in numbers. Very, very big jump in numbers. Anil Chaudhary is one of the umpires there. Eleven. That's the third umpire, is the gentleman that we talked about before. Yeah, this is not as well. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. We'll talk more tomorrow's show. Any other updates, I'll let you know. Okay? So enjoy the night.